A meteor would be seen flying through space as it head to Earth, getting closer and closer as it flies to Earth at top speed. The meteor would get closer as it enters Earth's atmosphere, headed in the direction for the Arctic, making its way to the North Pole. This would alert the elves of the North Pole as the alarms would go off, getting the attention of Santa Claus as he makes his way to the command center to see what is going on. The lead elf, Bernard, would have the elf show was going on the monitors, and it would be a meteor heading for them, but it will be too late. The meteor will crash into the North Pole, taking half of it out as the fire spreads through the North Pole. It would be a massive crater in the center of it. Smoke would be seen everywhere as three odd creatures walks up the crater, making their appearance known as the smoke clears. You can now see them clearly.
What a snowy world. So this is the human world that I've heard so much about. Now it's time to plague it and destroy it and end the Christmas holiday, as the humans call it.
You said it, boss. Let's make sure this holiday burns to our feet.
Oh, this place does look kind of weird, but I like it. Let's kill everyone here and take it over. But now, if you do look over there, I'll see something small and scared and ready to be slaughtered.
Vita and Madlock would look over to see what Havo was talking about as the two would see small elves hiding. Vita would power up an energy blast in his right hand as he fired it at the elves, causing a massive explosion, wiping them out as he would just laugh, saying,
What small little creatures they were. So easy to kill with one shot. Now, let's get down to business, gentlemen.
The three would start making their way to the main center of the North Pole City, where the workshop factory is. Buildings would explode as fire would spread as they would laugh, while walking away. Back at the command center, they would see everything unfold on the monitors. Santa would look disbelief and disgusted at these three for what they're doing to the North Pole City. Santa would say, whoever these three are, they're ruining the North Pole. Christmas might be over. We need to find help. I don't think we can stop them. Barnard, please find us some help. Barnard started searching throughout the world, finding help to save the North Pole from these terrible, dark menace. Once Barnard had found who he was looking for, he would send them a distract signal to them, but it would be already too late as the three devastating monsters would make their entrance, destroying the command center, sending the elves flying across the room. As Santa looks at them straight into their eyes from a distance, Vita would let out, saying,
I can sense much magical energy coming from you. Wonderful. I shall kill you, take all your power, and make it my own, as you beg for mercy.
Just look at him, boss. He looks timid, scared, out of his life.
What are you gonna do, fat man? You're powerless to stop us with that weak magic that you got there.
Vita would grab Santa Claus by his throat as he squeezed tightly, throwing him across the room as he goes through the wall, falling into the snow as his body starts to roll down the hill. Being badly injured, Santa Claus would stands up as the other elves would watch and look on as they see Santa Claus while they all hide in their homes. Vita would walk up to the hole in the wall and look down on Santa Claus as he jumped towards him, landing right in front of him, throwing multiple shots to his face, knocking him into the ground, causing a massive crater, beaten, badly, and bruised. Santa Claus would still rise to his feet, as blood drips from his face as welts would be seen on his face as one eye is closed. Santa would say his last and final words before Vita would strike him down. You can beat me as much as you want to. I would not go down that easily. I don't care who you are, and how strong you are, you're not going to beat me here now. Not before Christmas Eve. They all need me. I will not let you stop me from delivering presents all around the world to all those good little children. Before Santa Claus can finish his sentence, Vita would punch a hole right in his chest, as you can see his hand sticking out from his back, holding his heart in his hand as Vita would rip it clean out as Santa Claus' body drops to the ground. Vita would devour Santa Claus, hard as his body begins to glow like he stole a part of his soul and spiritual power, making it his own. Turning Vita into a more powerful being and more evil, Vita would laugh to the heavens as a storm would cover over the North Pole City. Many elves would begin to run as Madlock, and Halo slaughtered all the elves in the North Pole City, leaving nothing but dead bodies all over as many other elves screamed for their lives. The scene would then change to the US in the state of Canada, as a bus would pull up to a station as all the civilians would exit the bus. One civilian would stand out in an all-white jacket with different patches on it, with beige cargo pants, and white high-top shoes, carrying a bag over his right shoulder as he looks for the person he is meeting. But the person he is looking for would be looking for him, as a woman would call out his name saying,
"Oh my god! Hey Sonny, over here!"
Chrissy, is that you? Holy crap, you look different. You look amazing.
The two would share a hug, being very excited to see each other as they walk off while talking. The bus driver would yell to a person that is laying in the back of the bus, "Hey dude, this is the final stop. You can get off now. Hey dude, come on, I gotta go." The young man would finally wake up, and would just look at the bus driver and would stand up grabbing his things and would step off the bus. With the sun being so bright as he put his hands over his eyes covering them from the sunlight, the man would just put on his glasses and crack his neck, and would start to walk off. Making his way down the hill as he continues to walk on the side of the road as cars are driving by him, he would see a diner as he makes his way over to it. He would then enter the diner where he would take a seat, as a woman would walk up to him and would ask him, "So what can I get for you today, dear handsome sir?" As she would say, the man would take off his glasses and would pick up the menu and would say,
"Let me get the bacon, eggs, and ham with a nice coffee on the side and some hash browns, and throw in a bagel with it too. You know what? No, scratch the coffee. Let me take a fresh squeezed orange juice instead."
The waitress woman would say, "Okay, I got you. Coming right up. Anything else before I walk away?"
And throw in some pancakes too. And hold up, have you heard any rumors about any creatures in the forest kidnapping people?
The waitress woman would think to herself as she would say, "You know what, I think I did heard something like that over the news. I'll look into it for you." As she would walk away, two more people would walk into the diner, and would walk past the man, as they would sit down across from him. A few minutes would go by, as Sonny would wonder where is the waitress, as he would say,
Man, it's been 20 minutes. Where did the waitress go?
Sitting across from him, Chrissy would say,
I have no clue, but she was taking way too long.
With that being said, screams would be heard from the back of the diner as the man would get up and head to the back where the screams came from. Sonny too would get up, but Chrissy would grab onto his arms.
Hold on, Sonny. Where do you think you are going? You are not about to leave me here, are you?
As she would say in a very frightened voice, Sonny would then reply saying,
It's okay, Chrissy. You can let me go. I'll be right back. I promise.
Chrissy would let go of Sonny's arm as he ran towards the back of the diner. He would see the man from the diner fighting a bunch of snow creatures, as Sonny would join him to fight off the snow creatures from taking the female waitress and the diner cook. The man would hit one of the snow creatures in the chest, sending it flying into a van, putting a dent in it. Sonny too would showcase his martial arts skills, landing a jump kick with his right foot, hitting the snow creature in the face as Sonny transitioned his body, turning his jump kick into a back kick, hitting another snow creature in the face. Landing on his feet in his fighting pose, the man would walk up to him and say,
Not bad. What's your name?
Sonny would then reply saying,
I'm Sonny. What's yours?
My name's Kendrick. Pleased to meet you. You know what these things are?
If I had to guess, some type of snow creature that almost looked like an elf.
Pretty much. I take it the rumors were true. These must be the things I've been hearing about. They must be the ones kidnapping all the people.
Well, I take it we both heard the same thing. I take it that's why you're here?
Yeah, pretty much. What about you? I know you didn't come way out here just to see Niagara Falls.
Nah, not at all. But that would be nice though. I'm here on business, same as you.
If that's the case, you must be a Power Ranger then.
Yep, I'm the Soul Gallios Ranger. I'm pretty much a Pokémon Ranger.
Right on, man. That sounds awesome. I'm a Digimon Ranger called Sirius Ranger.
Dude, that is so freaking badass that you are a freaking Digimon Ranger. Most definitely we're gonna have to spar and see who is the better Ranger.
Sunny would just smile while clenching his fist, but before Kendrick can say anything more, snow creatures would appear surrounding them both as the two would stand back to back. As they look at each other, as Kendrick would say,
Well, dang. Things just got ugly real quick. I hope you're ready, bro, 'cause it's morphin' time.
Sunny would just grin as he would say,
Took you long enough to say the words.
both would get in their ready stands as Sunny would reach for his case, that is clipped to his back belt on his pants, as he would pull out a card with the Solgallia on it as his morpher would appear in his left hand, as we would say,
Pokedex. Input Soul Gallios card. Evolve up.
Sunny body would begin to go under a metamorphosis as his body glows in a white light with energy surrounding him as it cracks and burst open into his Pokemon Ranger suit, as he would say.
Type Psychic Steel.
Kendrick will look over and see Sunny in his Pokemon Ranger form, as he would say.
Oh, hell yeah. It's my turn now.
As he steps back, he presses a side button on his Digivice morpher. The screen starts to blink fast as it displays a Digimon on screen who begins dancing. Kendrick then mimics the dance moves while raising his fist in the air. He yells,
Ghost Game, Biomorph Digivolution, Seriousmon!
Suddenly a white mega-level digital monster flies out of the morpher and starts to form a futuristic suit around Kendrick's body, as he says,
Digitize X now!
The rest of Siriusman's body transforms into the helmet, completing the form. As Kendrick and Sunny both stand fully morphed, Sunny switches stances, preparing to attack, when Kendrick holds his arm out in front of him, saying,
Allow me to show you how a Digimon Ranger handles things.
He then switches his gunblades on his wrist to sword mode. Then Steve blitz the snow creatures in an instinct. As Sunny looks on in amazement, he responds,
Oh yeah, that's that shit I'm talking about. But since we showing off, allow me.
As he starts to glow as a red and black aura starts to flow from his body, the ground around his feet starts to boil and steam when he is suddenly thrown into the air by a fire eruption. He screams.
Stump of the Lion God!
He slams down with a lion-shaped paw made out of flames, destroying the remaining snow creatures. He stands as the flames begin to flow around him, slowly fading away. Kendrick looks and says,
Jesus, that's hot, bro. That move is a real killer.
Sunny smirks and looks back and responds,
Yeah, that's just a small amount of what I have in store.
But before he could finish speaking, one of the snow creatures starts to gather itself, with pieces of the other destroyed monsters gaining a new look and the ability to speak. Snow creature, fragile rangers, we are one, and defeat isn't possible for a being such as I. Allow me now to show off myself. As it starts to laugh, the snow around them begins to rise and tower over Kendrick and Sunny, as Kendrick says,
What the fuck is that?
Sunny responds,
If I had to guess, I think we are about to be trapped in an ice prison.
The snow creature announces, Flake, aka Snow Creature, I now go by Flake, and this beauty you see towering over you is called the Sickle Domain. Prepare yourselves for a cold one. You will die to escape, ha 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 ha. As the Sickle Domain finally closes with Kendrick and Sunny both stuck inside, Sunny responds,
Oh, fuck this. Hey, Kendrick, you with me?
Hell yeah, I'll follow your lead.
The two fist bump before they dart off in separate ways. As Sunny summons fireballs to form around his fist going in for close combat, Kendrick switches his gun blades to gun mode and starts firing at Flake to provide Sunny with open to attack. Flakes realizes and starts to dodge the attacks from Kendrick, but only to get caught with a furious uppercut from Sunny, completely stunning him, knocking him back a bit as Kendrick flies in from behind, gathering energy for a powerful blast. Flake looks back but is cut off from Sunny, who says,
Hold up and keep your eyes on me, big guy.
Sunny then reaches back with his fist as a lion face forms around his fist. He then hits Flake with a spinning heel kick, knocking his head to the left, only for him to be caught by Sunny's surprise attack.
Fist of the Sun God, Lioness Punch!
Sunny catches him with a thunderous punch, staggering Flake just in time for Kendrick's blast.
Finally, time to end this. Digicore explosion fire!
As Kendrick lets loose a huge blast that explodes Flake, instantly destroying him, and the sickle domain, Sunny would run up to Kendrick as he would say,
Dude, that was freaking awesome.
Thank you. Now we need to figure out where they came from. But first, let's make sure the waitress and the cook is alright.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. But first, I gotta make sure Chrissy is okay.
Both Kendrick and Sunny would power down from their ranger forms as Kendrick would run in to make sure female waitress and a male cook we're alright. Sunny would head back into the diner to check on Chrissy, as he would look around saying,
Hey, Chrissy! Chrissy? Where are you, Chrissy?
Chrissy would slowly lift her head up from under the diner table as she would say,
Sunny? Is that you? Oh, thank God you're okay. I've been so worried. I keep hearing a lot of crazy sounds. Explosions? Like, what the hell is going on back there?
Sunny would lightly jog towards Chrissy as he helped her up.
I'll tell you about that later. But the good thing that you are alright. We need to go.
Kendrick walk in with the female waitress and the male cook. Icy would say,
Hope I'm not ruining anything, but if not, you really need to see this.
with saying that this would have Sunny worried on what Kendrick is about to show him. The three would head outside, as they would follow Kendrick going into the snowy woods as they will come across a magical rift. Sunny would say,
Yo, what the heck is this? You don't think they came out of this, do you?
Tell you the truth, I really think so. If they really came from this, then whoever is kidnapping people is behind this rift.
Well, I said we go through this rift, kick their asses, and save whoever they've taken and get them back to their families.
Yeah, I truly agree. Out of all the days these fuckers would pick Christmas Eve to do all this? Before we walk in, what are we gonna do about her?
Not sure, but hey, Chrissy, I'm going to need you to head back home. Me and Kendrick are going to walk through this rift and take care of whoever's behind it.
Chrissy would just look at them both as she say,
Excuse me. I'm coming with you both. I'm not staying here and freezing my ass off. So I'm going with you whether you like it or not.
Kendrick would have a disappointed look on his face as he shakes his head, and would just walk through the rift. Sunny would just look at Chrissy and smack his head and say,
God damn it, Chrissy. Fine, but stay close.
Sunny and Chrissy also would step through the rift, going through time and space as they are being teleported to the other side of the rift. Next thing you know, they would both fly out the rift and would land in a pile of snow. That would have Kendrick busting up, laughing as he says,
Well, hello there. Y'all have a nice fall. Oh, man.
As Sunny and Chrissy would get up from out the snow, Sunny dust himself off from being covered in a lot of snow, he would say,
Ha ha ha, very funny. Where the hell are we?
I have no idea, but from the way it looks, a war happened here.
Sunny would notice something laying on the ground and would walk over to check it out and would say,
Holy crap. Is that a dead elf?
a voice would speak out saying,
Why, yes it is, human.
This would catch Sunny off guard, scaring the crap out of him, as Havo would throw multiple punches as Sunny would block each one, but the last hit, as Havo would fake Sunny out, hitting him with an uppercut, right under his chin, causing him to flip backwards, landing face first. Kendrick would rush Havo, but Madlock would surprise Kendrick by kicking him out of nowhere, sending him flying into an elf's house, causing the house to collapse on him. Sunny would make his way up off as he stands on one knee, and slowly looks at Havo and says,
That was a pretty lucky hit that you got there. I think I kind of felt that one. It tickled like a feather.
Havo would just look at Sunny and just smirk and laugh, and would say,
Oh, you're the first person to ever take a shot like that from me without their heads separating from their body. You're very intriguing. Why don't you show me how special you are?
I'll gladly show you how special I am once I'm done with you. It's morphin' time.
Sunny would reach for his case that is clipped to his back belt on his pants as he would pull out a card with the Solgallia on it as his morpher would appear in his left hand as we would say,
Pokedeck. Input Solgallia's card. Evolve up.
Sunny body would begin to go under a metamorphosis as his body close in a white light with energy surrounding him as it cracks and burst open into his Pokémon Ranger form as he would say,
Type Psychic Steel. Hope you're ready, because now the real fight begins.
And you better not disappoint me, you squirmy little punk.
Oh, trust me, I won't.
Sunny would cock back his right fist as Havo would too cock back his right fist as the two would launch, both of their fist colliding with one another, causing a massive shockwave that would send the snow flying beneath their feet as the wind pressure would be so strong Chrissy would be sent flying backwards into the snow. Madlock would look over and see Sunny and Havo fighting it out as he looks back at the elf's broken down house. Kendrick would finally stand up, dusting off the rubble from his jacket as he makes eye contact with Madlock. He would say,
Oh, so you one of those types of dudes, huh? Kick us one from behind? You ain't nothing but a damn coward. But it's cool. You can have that cheap shot. After I'm done with you, whoever you are working for, I'ma send him your head right back to him.
You one funny ass kid, but it's fine. I'm gonna crush you like the little bug you are. Damn human, stop talking and fight me.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Kendrick would pull out his morpher and would press a side button on his Digivice morpher. The screen starts to blink fast as it displays a Digimon on screen, who begins dancing as Kendrick then mimics the dance moves while raising his fist in the air as he yells,
Ghost Game, Biomorph Digivolution, Seriousmon!
Suddenly a white mega-level digital monster flies out of the morpher and starts to form a futuristic suit around Kendrick's body as he says,
Digitize X, now!
The rest of Seriusman's body transforms into the helmet, completing the form. Cracking both of his knuckles, Kendrick would rush Madlock, throwing heavy blows, left to right, connecting to Madlock's jaw, having him stagger as he begins to drop to one knee. Kendrick pulverized Madlock's face with quick fury punches, as every blow would echo like if it was thunderstorm, finishing Madlock off with a roundhouse kick, sending him flying across the snow as he slides into a tree, hitting it real hard as the snow would fall of the tree, landing all over Madlock. Kendrick would look on and slowly walk towards the pile of snow. As he gets closer and closer, he would say,
Come on, I know you ain't done just yet. I'm sure you have a whole lot of fight in you.
Right after saying that, Madlock would burst from the snow and would hit Kendrick with a powerful punch straight in his chest, sending him flying. and into another elf's house, completely breaking the whole house down. This would send Kendrick in a furious rage. Think how Spider-Man got hit in his chest, flying into a whole bunch of rubble, watching Mary Jane get taken away. This was the same scenario, but different. Kendrick would burst out the rubble as he yelled out,
Oh, hell no. This is twice now you done knocked me into a fucking elf house. I'm going to win after this last blow. I was waiting for your punk ass.
Kendrick would pull out his gun blades as he ready himself by charging up for powerful attack. Madlock would see a glowing light as he runs towards it full speed, as he is yelling out and would say,
If you are planning a powerful attack, you better hope you don't miss. 'Cause I'm knocking your head right off the North Pole.
You cocky bastard. You think I'm going to miss? You got another thing coming. Fury X-Blade Slash!
Right when Kendrick said that, Madlock was 4 inches away from his face as Madlock summoned forth a powerful attack in his right hand, swinging for Kendrick's head. But Kendrick would slide his front foot forward, while dodging Madlock powerful punches. Burst of energy flies over his head, destroying a bunch of elves' house as collateral damage as Kendrick replies out, saying,
Well, look at that. Looks like you were the one that missed. Farewell and goodbye.
Swinging his blade with all his might after charging it for a final strike, Kendrick would end the whole fight with one attack as the blade cuts Madlock in half as his torso and lower bottom separates from each other, as a torso goes flying in the air, landing in the snow as the lower section drops on both knees and pallet into the snow.
You just been digitized.
Back at the fight between Sunny and Havo, the two would be having a massive fight, destroying everything in their path, but it looks like Havo would be getting the upper hand against Sunny. After the two would let out a final clash, Sunny would slide back as he catches himself from falling back.
Man, this dude is seriously strong. Feels like I'm in a freaking Dragon Ball Z fight, and this dude is Frieza. What the hell am I gonna do now? I could use that card. Maybe it would help even the playing field. Alright, time to take this up to the next level.
Oh, is that right, human? What else can you do? Because from the way I see it, the same repercussion is just going to be the same.
Oh, trust me, the repercussions will be different for what I'm about to show you.
Sunny would pull out his Pokédex Morpher as he pulls out a new card that is red. He would say,
Input, Flaming Solgalea card. Evolve up!
Sunny body would begin to go under a metamorphosis as his body glows in a flaming, burning red energy as fire surrounds him, as it cracked and burst open into his new Pokémon Ranger form, as he would say,
Type Flaming Psychic. Sorry to keep you waiting. This is my first time using this Ranger form.
Oh, the wait was worth it. What the hell are you going to do? In this form, the same as you did with the white one, please.
Watch and see, but don't blink. Come to me, Leo.
a sword would materialize, and Sunny's hand, with a lion-shaped head on the hilt, changing from white to red to match Sunny's new ranger look. As he gets in a stance as he pulls his sword to his left hip, sliding his right foot forward while leaning forward as he would say,
Flaming type breathing. Psychic flame flash!
Within an instant, you would see Sunny, walking behind Havo, as he is holding his sword out while walking. Havo would turn around and runs towards Sunny. Before getting close to him, his body would split in half from the torso and lower body, as he explodes into a purplish flame, leaving Sunny to say,
I told you not to blink.
Meanwhile, the scene would change. Watching the whole fight on a giant monitor, Vita would be sitting on Santa Claus's chair that is now made out of elf bodies as he would say,
So, we have a bunch of Power Rangers here. This should be easy. There are only 2 of them. This will be a perfect time to make my entrance. Isn't that right, Santa Claus?
Vita would turn to his right, as he would look at the head of Santa Claus. As the scene would change back into the North Pole City, Kendrick and Sunny would regroup with each other as Chrissy would also join them saying,
When were y'all gonna tell me you're the Power Rangers?
Kendrick and Sunny would look at each other as Sunny would say,
Well, hey, you know now.
When were you gonna tell me about the red suit, man? Jeez.
Yeah, I have a red suit. It's my first time actually using this card. It's pretty powerful too. I destroyed that other dude with one strike from this form. Now, let's find their leader.
a voice would speak out saying,
Oh, my little ranger friend. There is no need to look for me. I decided to come to you both.
Kendrick, Sunny, and Chrissy would turn around to see a man creature whose skin tone would be a dark brown with long white hair, and with a face that would scare the crap out of little children. The three would look shocked to see Vita as Chrissy would say,
Holy crap! I know y'all seen what I'm seeing. This dude is freaking ripped. Like, you can't get buffer than that. Like, this dude is standing here, like, really swollen. Oh, man. Y'all gonna have trouble beating his ass.
as Kendrick and Sunny would just gives Chrissy an awkward look of disappointment, as the two would shake their head, and turn to look what's in front of them as Sunny would say,
Shut it, Chrissy. So, Kendrick, any ideas on how we beat this brawly look-alike?
No, not really. I'm still trying to figure that one out, but it's the Broly lookalike for me.
Well, like I said, let's charge at him with an attack and just go all out with nothing to live for.
That sounds like a good idea, but I have a lot to live for, sir. Thank you very much. But let's charge him to see the outcome of this.
Sunny and Kendrick would charge at Vita, as he would stand his ground, and lunge towards them both in a Broly-style fashion as he pulled both of his arms back moving at top speed, catching Sunny and Kendrick off guard as he mandible claw them both on their helmets, and slamming them both into the snow, causing two massive craters as Chrissy looks on from afar. Vita would lift them both up by their helmets holding them up in the air as Vita would say,
Did you both really think you could stop me? I am on a whole different level from you both. So learn your place!
Vita would spin around launching Sunny and Kendrick in the air, trying to gather themselves. Sunny would say,
My head is ringing. I think I might have a concussion because of this dude.
I feel your pain, but we gotta bounce back and strike him down.
Alright, sounds good. Leo, come to me.
A sword would materialize, in Sunny's hand, with a lion-shaped head on the hilt, as Sunny would transition his body in the same stance just like how he took out Havo. Kendrick too would pull out his gun blades as he says,
After you, dear sir.
It would be my pleasure. Flying tight breathing. Psychic flame flash.
catching Vita off guard as he turns and looks at Sunny walking behind him as he thinks to himself saying,
When did you?
Before Vita could say anything else his body would combust into a purple light flame. Right after that attack, Kendrick would follow up on his attack saying,
Here's something new and different. Gun mode. Now take this, Hollow X Destroyer!
A flashing blue light would be seen as Vita would turn around, but before he could react, the blast would hit him full on, taking out the whole area as a shockwave would send both Chrissy and Sunny flying back. All that was left was a massive crater with Vita not being found, as Kendrick would finally land as he would be looking down inside the crater, as smoke would be everywhere. Sunny would appear alongside of Kendrick as Chrissy would yell out,
Hey! Get y'all butts over here and help me up!
The two would look back and see Chrissy legs sticking out of the snow as the two start to laugh, while making their way over to her. Once they reach Chrissy, they would help pull her out as she would say,
It's about time. But Thank you. Been trapped in all that snow. I could hardly breathe, but...
Chrissy would go straight silent as she looked down and saw a gaping hole and her torso. As Sunny and Kendrick would be shocked to what just happened as Chrissy would fall straight backwards. Sunny would drop to his knees grabbing hold of Chrissy as he screams out to Chrissy, yelling at her to wake up as he shakes her body as he go into an emotional state. Kendrick would turn to his right and see Vida as he says,
Oops. Looks like I hit the wrong person. Oh well. She was in a way anyway. Wrong place at the wrong time.
Kendrick would charge at Vida yelling out swinging wildly, as Vida would dodge every swing from Kendrick. We would go back to Sunny as he looks on at Chrissy as he held her close as she took her final breath. As Sunny hears her takes her last breath, something would snap inside Sunny as he automatically demorphs as his back case would start to glow. As a all-black card flies at his back case presenting itself in front of him, Sunny eyes would begin to glow a white and red color as a dark black aura with red mixed within it. As he stands up and grabs the card, he would say,
Pokémon in Amaterasu, so Gally, evolve up.
A dark cloud would hang over Sunny, as black liquid would appear underneath his feet as it moves like it has a mind of its own, as it slowly crawls up his legs, spreading all over his body, covering his chest and arms as it moves up his neck, fully covering his head, as the black liquid would harden like a solid rock, as it starts to crack and burst open. Black shells were shot out everywhere. The energy would be so great. Coming from Sunny would have Vida and Kendrick stop what they were doing to look at Sunny in a whole new look as Kendrick would say,
What the hell is that? Is that Sunny? Why is this suit black? This must be something new he had up his sleeve?
Kendrick would get separation from Vida as he backflips backwards towards Sunny as Kendrick looks at Sunny and says,
Yo, you look crazy dope right now.
Kendrick would just stare at Sunny as Sunny would not say anything, but just stand there as he would just say finally,
Type, dark ghost, psychic flame, Dark Neo, come to me.
A dark black saber would appear in Sunny's right hand burying the exact same lion head on the hilt. Sunny would turn and look at Kendrick as he would attack with multiple strikes, as Kendrick blocks each strike and would counter with his own strike as Sunny would dodge shit, instantly getting an upper hand, kicking Kendrick and the rib, sending him flying across the snow. As Vida would look, he would just smile and say,
I see what this is. He can't tell which is enemy or friend. Works for me. But where is the fun in that? I'll just kill them both right here, right now.
Vida would put both his hands together as a darkish, reddish-purple aura would surround Vida, undergo transformation as he starts to get bigger and bigger, as horns would appear on his head, as his hair would glow white, as a beard would form on his face, touching his chest, as his skin turns white. His eyes glow midnight blue, as sharper as his nails would grow, as chains would appear on his wrist and ankles, as a bell collar would appear on his neck. Vida would say,
I have taken Santa's heart and his magical power. You can now call me Vida Krampus.
Vida Krampus wouldn't hesitate. He would have launched himself towards Sunny and Kendrick. The furious strikes at them both. Sunny would just vanish to avoid the strikes as Kendrick takes the fall force of the impacts of Vida Krampus punches. The impact would send Kendrick flying through multiple elves' houses. Sunny would be floating above them, watching as he points his saber in the air as he says,
Phantom force breathing, Amaterasu.
A black flame ball would swarm the air as you can hear ghosts screaming and pain due to the black flames. Sunny would launch his attack as it moves at a high speed, covering the area that Vida Krampus and Kendrick are fighting at. The attack would hit Vida Krampus full on as Kendrick would use him as a shield drop, kicking him in the back to avoid the attack as Kendrick would run for his life as a massive explosion would go off, taking out Vida Krampus, as you would hear him scream out in agony. consumed by the black flame as Sunny would watch on and say,
Amaterasu, a black flame that cannot be put out. You shall burn for all eternity. In hell.
The battle with Vita would now be over as black fire would be sprayed everywhere as Kendrick would look up in the sky and think to himself and say,
Damn, the fight is over. We just saved Christmas, but right now, I gotta get a friend back and snap him back into reality. From the looks of it, that's a whole different person up there. I'm sure that's not how Sunny would have wanted to win this fight. This reminds me of an old friend of mine's. I went through the same thing when he lost his life in the process of saving the world. Crap. He's coming. Better brace myself.
Sunny would come shooting down towards Kendrick as a loud impact sound would be heard, as a shockwave pulsed through the air, as a massive wind cleared the area of its snow. You would see Kendrick blocking Sunny's attack barely, holding on as Kendrick drops to one knee, trying his best to force Sunny back as he would say,
Come on, man. Snap out of it. I know you're grieving right now, but and that you're in so much pain with the loss of Chrissy. She would not want to see you like this. She would want you to fight on and live. You have to fight. Damn it, Sonny, fight!
Kendrick's body would begin to glow as a white light covers his entire body, as he would begin to go under a digital evolution, as he would say,
Digital Morphin Evolution!
As the bright light would be so bright it would blind Sunny, as Kendrick would shrug him off of him, sending Sunny back as the white light figure would form into Kendrick's new Ranger form.
Holy Knight, Sirius Ranger. Sorry, my friend. This has to end. Excalibur, will holy smite of judgment, Greymon roar!
Sunny would just look in the sky as a beam of divine light would hit him, destroying the whole entire area as smoke would burst up into the sky, forming into a cross. Kendrick would walk over to the crater. As the smoke would clear, Sunny would be laid out on the ground, unconscious, as Kendrick would slide down the crater and would walk towards Sunny and would pick him up, jumping towards the top of the crater as he lay his body down. Something didn't feel right as a shadow hung over Kendrick. He would quickly block Vita attack as the two would be in a stalemate. As Vita would say,
I have to admit that was a very powerful attack by your friend. But it wasn't enough to get the job done, because I'm still here, kicking and breathing, and now you will die.
Sorry, but you caught me in a very bad time. Crucifix of the unholy, smite him!
Vita's body would glow in a holy light as his body would start to crack as light would shine from his body as he would yell out in pain. His body would combust and disintegrate into millions of pieces throughout the North Pole City, causing the dark aura to dissipate as the colorful light would be brought back to the North Pole City. As the magic would return, bringing back every elf that died in the massacre, the houses would rebuild themselves as all the elves would wake up with cheer and happiness, as they are happy to be back alive. Like they say, the holiday spirit is always strong. It would bring back Santa Claus as he would appear in front of Kendrick and Sunny as Santa Claus placed his hand over them, both healing all of their injuries as Kendrick automatically demorphs as he would say,
Thanks, Santa. Happy to see that you're back and kicking.
Santa Claus would just smile, saying,
Thank you very much for saving this place from this dark evil that lingered over us all. You two did amazing. I see why the Morphin Grid chose y'all. Now excuse me, I got presents to deliver. Don't have much time, here's a rift to go back home. Tell Sunny that I'm sorry about Chrissy. There was nothing I can do to bring her back. She already had passed.
With saying that, Santa Claus would walk away as a Santa coat and hat would appear on his body as his sleigh would land right in front of him. Getting in the sleigh as the reindeer would take off, Santa would say,
Merry Christmas. Into a Happy New Year.
Kendrick carries Sunny through the rift. As they head back to where they were the moment they left, Sunny would finally wake up as he would say,
Where am I? What happened? Why do I have a massive headache? And why are you looking at me like that?
Just happy that you're okay.
Not okay. I have a headache. Where's Chrissy? And did we beat that guy?
Yeah, we beat him. But he killed Chrissy in the process.
But a voice would just speak out, saying,
Who killed me? I mean, I'm literally right here. So how can someone kill me if I'm standing behind you? Help me make that make sense.
Kendrick and Sunny would just look and see Chrissy standing right in front of them as they both would attack and hug her. Being happy that she is alive, Kendrick would say to himself,
Thank you, Santa. I know that probably was impossible to bring Sunny's friend Chrissy back. Thank you for this Christmas miracle.
As the three would put their arms around each other, as they begin to walk away, as the scene would fade out, showing them walking towards the diner as the scene would finally close. Thank you all for watching this holiday movie. Until we meet again next time. Happy holidays. The end.